The story begins not on a stormy ocean, but inside Istanbul's Topkapi Palace. In 1929, during an inventory of the palace's collections, researchers found a surviving fragment of a world map drawn on animal skin. Much of the original had vanished, but the remaining section contained coastlines, islands, place names, and navigational details in an elegant Ottoman hand. The map was dated 1513 and signed by an admiral known as Piri Reis. At first, it seemed like an important but conventional artifact. Then attention turned toward the southern edge. Some observers argued that the shape resembled a coastline far south of the known world, a coastline they believed could be Antarctica. That single possibility transformed an old map into a historical mystery. To understand why, we have to meet the man who created it. Piri Reis was not an anonymous mapmaker working from imagination. He was an Ottoman naval officer, sailor, and experienced chartmaker who lived during an era when Mediterranean powers were collecting information from every ship that crossed their waters. In 1513, he assembled a large map of the world, probably intended as part of a broader navigational project. Only a portion of it survives today, showing the Atlantic Ocean, Western Europe, Africa, and the eastern coast of South America. Along the borders, Piri added notes explaining that he had consulted roughly 20 sources, including earlier Mediterranean charts, Portuguese materials, and a map associated with Christopher Columbus. This detail is crucial. The map was not necessarily a single explorer's eyewitness record. It was a compilation, an attempt to combine fragments of geographic knowledge gathered across different cultures. And compilations can preserve information long after its original context has been lost. The early 16th century was a turning point in geography. European voyages had begun revealing that the Atlantic was not a narrow passage to familiar Asian shores, but part of a vast and previously misunderstood world. Portuguese sailors were charting Africa and routes toward the Indian Ocean. Spanish expeditions were returning with reports from the Americas. Information moved through ports, courts, monasteries, and military networks, often changing as it traveled. Piri Reis worked within this unstable flow of knowledge. His map contains features that are surprisingly recognizable, especially along parts of South America, yet it also includes distorted coastlines, invented islands, and geographic assumptions inherited from older traditions. That mixture is not a flaw unique to Piri Reis. It is a snapshot of a discipline still learning how to measure an entire planet. But one southern outline would later invite a far more dramatic interpretation. The controversial feature lies near the lower portion of the surviving map, where a long, irregular coastline stretches east and west beneath South America. In the 20th century, some writers proposed that this was Antarctica, perhaps shown before it became covered by ice. The claim became especially popular because the coastline seemed, at a glance, to align with portions of the continent's subglacial land. If true, the implications would be extraordinary. Someone would have mapped Antarctica thousands of years before its accepted discovery. Yet the visual resemblance alone is not proof. The map's scale is inconsistent. Its southern geography is connected directly to South America, and several features fit better with the South American coast and contemporary geographic ideas. The apparent Antarctic outline may instead reflect a common cartographic practice, extending an unknown southern landmass beneath the regions explorers had actually reached. Piri Reis's own notes offer a more grounded explanation. He stated that one of his sources was a map connected with Christopher Columbus, whose voyages had opened European awareness of the Caribbean and the American coastline. That source has disappeared, making the Piri Reis map one of the few surviving witnesses to early Spanish geographic knowledge. Piri also drew from Portuguese charts and older maps that may have circulated through the Mediterranean. Some details could therefore preserve genuine observations made by sailors, while others were copied from earlier diagrams or adjusted to fit inherited theories. This is where the mystery becomes more interesting, not less. The map may not reveal a secret expedition to Antarctica. It may reveal how geographic information was transmitted, how an observation made in one ocean could be copied, misunderstood, and transformed by mapmakers working thousands of miles away. The most dramatic theory argues that the map depicts Antarctica before the continent was sealed beneath ice. Supporters point to similarities between the drawn coastline and modern reconstructions of Antarctica's land beneath the ice sheet. But this interpretation faces major problems. The map was created in 1513, and no reliable evidence places a technologically advanced surveying expedition in Antarctica during the distant past. More importantly, the supposed Antarctic coastline does not correspond cleanly to the continent's actual shape when projections, scale, and orientation are examined carefully. The southern land may be a distorted continuation of South America, or a representation of the hypothetical Terra Australis, the vast southern continent that European and classical geographers believed must exist to balance the known northern landmasses. In other words, the map's strangest feature may be a blend of observation and expectation, rather than a window into a forgotten age. The Piri Reis map did not predict a coastline in the modern scientific sense. It preserved a moment when sailors were trying to predict the shape of the world from incomplete evidence. Its recognizable sections demonstrate that early navigators possessed valuable practical knowledge. Its errors show how quickly that knowledge could become tangled with ancient assumptions, copied diagrams, and missing information. The map's power comes from this tension. It is neither a perfect secret chart nor a meaningless fantasy. It is a layered record, where real coastlines, uncertain reports, and imagined geography occupy the same piece of parchment. That makes the map a kind of archaeological site. Every line may belong to a different period, a different source, or a different attempt to make the unknown understandable. And the missing sections ensure that some questions can never be settled completely. But today, the Piri Reis map remains preserved in Istanbul, not as proof of an impossible ancient survey, but as evidence of a world being assembled from fragments. It connects Ottoman maritime culture with Portuguese exploration, Columbus's reports, older Mediterranean traditions, and the human habit of filling gaps with patterns. The Antarctic interpretation continues to attract attention because it offers a thrilling answer to an ancient question. Did someone know more than history remembers? The evidence does not require that conclusion. A more compelling mystery may be hiding in plain sight. The map shows how knowledge itself travels, mutates, and survives. A fragment created in 1513 can still challenge modern viewers because it captures the boundary between discovery and imagination. The coastline may not be one no one had seen. It may be the coastline of uncertainty itself, and that is what makes the Piri Reis map